what they were trying to do, in my opinion, is they were somehow trying to link up Nick and Madison in this episode.
Yeah, it seemed like that there, and I think that's and I think I want to get into that part because I think that Madison knows that he's alive now because of that situation, you know. So
right.
I think
that's why I think is what was going on, in my opinion, because we've never seen them before. They're not, you know, main characters or anything, so.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wow, that's weird, you know.
But wasn't he supposed to, the dad, I cannot remember his name myself, but wasn't he supposed to go and drop the oxy with Nick, though?
It was something like that.
Or am I thinking of somebody else?
No, he wasn't supposed to go with Nick. He was supposed to go with the guy that came to the door.
Oh,
that was his teammate, remember?
Okay.
Okay, that's what it was.
And later on, after that guy left, was his name Fernando or from something? Wasn't it? In the beginning?
Something like that.
I'm not good with Spanish names.
Yeah, I know.
But I know then he asked somebody else.
I
I don't know who that guy was. He was on the ladder. Didn't he ask him to go with him or something?
Yes.
Okay.
I know who you're talking about.
But, I mean, they should have never left. But, you know, then if they didn't, then, you know, other things wouldn't have happened, so.
Yeah, it was kind of like a setup kind of deal, you know.
Right.
Because, like, it's leading towards Madison knowing that Nick's alive, so it's kind of like, I think it was meant to be that they did that, you know.
Right. That's the way I feel about it. Yes, that's my opinion.
So it was. I guess they set it up the way they wanted to, as far as the show, the writers go, as far as
right.
the show on that. So, and it was pretty interesting. My whole thing about it was the intriguing part. Like I said again, was. Why would especially with a child? Why would somebody want to leave with a child, knowing that that's the safest place that they can go to? They see the zombies, so I just think it's not a very bright idea. Yeah, it's not. It's just not a very bright idea that they would go ahead and do that. I think, in my opinion, I just don't think that's a bright idea. That's why I wanted to start with that point. The show, you know, I wanted to start with that point to say that it wasn't good thinking is what I'm saying.
Right. That wasn't. I agree with you.
Because they have safety, they have numbers there. They need to protect that little girl, you know, they need to be somewhere where they need when you're in the apocalypse and you have children that little. You have to adapt to where you're at for as long as possible, you know?
Well, but look at it this way. There's probably something going on there that we don't see yet. That's how I'm looking at it, too. I don't trust this pharmacist. I cannot think of his name.
Alejandro.
Thank you very much. I don't trust him. There's just something about him I do not trust.
He's a little suspicious.
I mean, you cannot... Exactly. I mean, he's over telling everybody, oh, he got bit, and, you know, he's fine and everything. Baloney. Right. Come on now. Really? He may have gotten bit, but I don't think it was by a walker.
No, I believe that was last episode, that he said the little boy bit him. Yeah. That the little boy had turned, bit him.
Yeah, so we got to see where that goes to, what that leads to, because there's something fishy going on there. We know there's something fishy because everybody turns, but again, there's going to be people that are immune to it. You know, if there is an apocalypse or there is a breakout, you know, there's going to be people that don't turn. You know, if there is something that leads into that, just like the anthrax thing. Say there was an anthrax breakout, everybody who who went and got their anthrax shot, they're, for the most part, 50% of them are going to live, So it's kind of like the same situation, So it's really, I really wanted to start there because I was really confused. I'm intrigued, but I was, for the fourth time I said that, I was confused because there was, a young family, and the guy from what we found out, he was a runner with the other guy going to go get their water and their supplies that they need with I don't know what kind of drugs they were running, but they were running some kind of drugs to get that, for survival. So it's kind of strange that would happen. But we got a lot to talk about in the show. Ophelia's back. I'm really excited that she came back, and they delved deeper into her storyline, which was pretty awesome. We got to see a different side of it. So Deborah was correct. She had said that she took off with Strand's truck. And I just don't know why she wouldn't leave. I always say her name wrong. Alicia, yeah. I don't know why she didn't leave some kind of note or some kind of something saying that she was going.
To let her know, yeah.
Just to say, I'm taking off, I'm going. And I thought she was going back to find her dad. And like I said, as of, I'm going to watch The Talking Dead again. But as of tonight, basically they're saying that her dad is gone. Which I thought he may have survived.
Oh, they said he was gone?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, I thought Daniel was going to be back and be a part of the show. So as of tonight, Daniel is no longer a part of Fear TWD.
Wow.
So, yeah, so they lost. So they're going to lose a big part of their audience because he had a big following. He had a big following because a lot of people didn't like him and a lot of people did like him. So he had a following either way,
I thought he was interesting.
Yeah.
I liked him.
I did too. I thought he was interesting.
Well, the thing I didn't like about him at the end, when I started to grow on him, but he really irritated me when he did that to that kid, the soldier. The way he tortured the soldier, and I don't think he needed to do that. He could have got any information out of him without having to go that far as torturing.
Right, yeah.
So that's what threw me off on him.
I do agree.
I just felt bad for the kid, that he had to go through that torture, and he liked his daughter, he liked Ophelia, And I think that kid would have been he would have been able to help them because he was basically left by the army. That kid would have been able to help them with what they're going through right now,
Mm-hmm.
Because he knows he knows ammunition, he knows how to fight, he knows a lot of things, so he would have been able to help them down the line. So I think that was a bad mistake losing that kid, and that kid's pretty famous too. I think he's been in a lot of episodes, a lot of different movies and stuff like that, So it's fun. Want to give a shout out real quick to we just got another listener in. His name is Robert. Shout out to Robert Greenwood. Deborah, we're getting all kinds of different listeners and people commenting. It's pretty cool. Robert Greenwood is a listener. He just came in. He said he remembers the episode that we're talking about where the kid got tortured by Daniel. So it's,
yeah, that was a big scene.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Julie said I started to grow on Daniel. Yeah, I did because she knew I didn't like Daniel because of what he did to that kid. I still don't think. Steve's with us too.
Yep, our promotion, one of our promotion team.
Yeah, Steve and Susan. They just got off work. What time is it? They got off kind of early actually. Yeah, he's in with us. I don't know. Hopefully, Steve, you can get Susan on for a few. They're gonna, instead of using my promotion page, they're gonna try to make Susan a page. None of us know how to make it. All of our pages were made by either my kids or somebody else helped us make it. So we're trying to get somebody to make Susan a page so she don't have to use my promotion page no more. Because everybody mixes us up. But I don't mind her using my page, you know. Oh, Susan was on earlier? Okay, I didn't know. Julie just said Susan was on earlier. So, so leading into going back into fear, Brooke, how do you feel about the situation with Strand and Madison? The connection they got. I know Strand got stabbed by the one that the casting person that casted Alicia for 100. Yeah.
Strong, and her name's Eileen Stowe on the show.
Yeah. How do you feel about the way the relationship between Madison and Strand is going now?
Well, I like Strand. I do. I don't like Madison. I do not like her. So on that, I don't know how to answer that because I like him and I don't like her.
It's like
I'm not a fan of Madison.
Me and Deborah talked on a podcast maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think, Deborah, and the relationship with Strand and the guy that he was with was out of convenience. You remember you had mentioned that to me, Deborah? So,
right, yes.
And then when they were drinking their tequila, Strand had told Madison that they, normally he would try to be hooking up with her. So I guess he's,
right.
Kind of.
Well, Travis is out of the picture, so for right now.
For right now,
yeah.
We don't know where he's at. And then, so I think you mentioned, Brooke, that his son was alone right now, right?
That who? Who's alone?
That his son was alone?
I don't remember saying that.
Oh, somebody had just mentioned that, or I think I may have just saw. Talking Dead.
Week, I thought
Talking Dead just said that.
Might be alone, but he's not. I don't think.
I don't think it was me.
It wasn't me because I ain't talked to you.
Okay, yeah, it must have been. I must have heard it on Talking Dead because I did watch part of Talking Dead.
You might have heard it, yeah.
So I just got a comment from Amber Portillo. She says that she thinks that Strand and Madison may hook up later.
I don't see that.
No. Could you guys? I love the messages, guys. But please log in the speaker. We really appreciate it. It's very cool. I'll still answer every question that we get. We're just trying to get everybody over to speaker to talk on speaker. But Amber Portillo, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. I'm so glad I could see the listeners. It's so cool. I could see when they pop in. It's so cool on my end. But it's like I wish they could always I wish we can get them right on speaker. We always talk about that. So moving on. I'm still kind of confused about the I want to go back to last week, guys, real quick, when they led everybody to the boondocks and they made everybody go into the water. At the end of that, did they? You think they tried the ones that didn't fall into the water? Do you think they had tried to burn them or attack them, or because there was hundreds of them? What do you think happened there?
I think they probably did maybe hand-to-hand. Hand-to-hand combat with them and probably just burn them. To be honest with you, I don't know what else they could have done.
Yeah.
Right?
Because like Deborah said, watching that, I saw the sign briefly. I wasn't wearing my glasses, but it did say it would wash them out to shore if you got too deep into the water. Yeah, the riptide. So I don't know.
Right.
I don't know too much about how those riptides work because I'm from Denver,
you
Colorado.
Get caught in them and you can't get you either have to go out to sea or you can't go back.
Yeah.
Because it takes you out. You can't. It's hard to fight. Hard to fight the water to get back.
I guess you have to be a really good swimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even then.
I've said it a few times. I ran away to be a beach bum when I was 12 years old, but they came and picked me up. So or else I'd be a beach bum, guys.
funny.
Oh, my goodness.
I love the ocean so much. If you guys only knew, oh my God, I miss it so much. But I'm from Denver, Colorado.